once we get a signed, now we're going to learn what to do once we get a signed document package back. So, two things. One, whenever you send out a document for electronic signature, you're going to get emails about the update of that document. So, I'm going to open my email and show you. Here's the email where it is telling me that Clark viewed the document that I sent him. If you only ever get this email and not a second one that says signed by Clark, that means your client viewed it but never signed it. You'll get a second email saying that Clark signed the package. You will get a third email where you can download the actual package that's already been signed. Or here it is again. Used to, in older softwares that were used, you would have to download this package and then re-upload it into the correct fields. However, since everything was done inside of Brokerment, we can do it all from inside the Brokerment, which is also known as back office. So we're going to come over to back office. Again, I'm going to come to transactions and I'm going to find my recent client that just signed. Or just a quick tip, you also will have an activity log where you can come see the activity as well. And there it is, where the document has been completed. But we're going to go to our transactions. We're going to find our buyer. And we're going to come to the checklist. And now you can see that the leaf is blue and says signed by all parties. Now, I need to get this package into all of these fields correctly. So I'm going to select the package. I'm then going to unassign. When I unassigned, it has taken the documents away from this checklist. The documents are now going to be under assets, documents, and unsorted. And there's my buyer representation document package. I now need to split and merge these 17 pages to the correct checklist items. So I'm going to come back into documents, unsorted, select the package, and now I'm going to hit edit, split. Once you do that, it's going to take you to this page. You'll see up here that I'm on page 1 of 17. So page 1 of 1. So from page 1 to page 1 is the information about brokerage services. I'm going to select that. Then I'm going to scroll down to page 2. Page 2 to page 2 is the wire fraud warning paperwork. Page 3 of 3 is the mineral clause. Page 4 of 4 is disclosure of relationship. Page 5 of 5. Oh, it's not page 5 of 5, it's page 5 of 6. And I can tell because of this corner right here. It's a 2-page document. Is the information about insurance. Page 7 of 11 is the general information. And now you can see that I'm out of lines. If you run out of space, all you have to do is come to this bottom right corner and hit add a line, and you can add as many as you need. But page 12 of 16 is the representation agreement, not the package, but the actual agreement. And you need to select whether or not you're using the short form or the long form. Pay attention to the drop downs. They will get you if you don't pay attention. Now, this is just purely for example, but let's say that this package certificate was another document I had in there. I'm going to say 17 of 17. And I'm typing and I can't find the drop down that I'm looking for. Or maybe it's not part of the checklist. It's okay. All you have to do is type in what it is, and then hit new. It's going to ask you what checklist you want to assign it to, which is the representation checklist that we're in, and what the task name is. Once you've selected the checklist and put the correct name of what the task is or the form, all you have to do is hit save. Now that I'm finished with all 17 pages, I hit split. Now, when I come back up to the residential buyer checklist, you can see the words uploaded next to every single form that is required. Now, if you have one that says upload, like the short form, and you don't need it because you did the long form, all you have to do is select the task, type in a comment, and exempt. And now we know why you're exempting that. You can do the same thing with the package if you'd like. Now I have my file finished. All I have to do is hit complete task on these items. And I do that by clicking in and hitting complete. And you can see that they are turning blue now. This will keep you from having a red file. Now that I have a fully finished residential buyer representation checklist, I now need to submit it to the broker for review. All you have to do is hit action, submit, or you can select the item, like information about brokerage services, and hit submit. Submit, submit, and so on and so forth. But it would be easier to just hit action and submit the whole file. Now the broker knows to go in and review your file. Also, now because I have a signed buyer's representation agreement, this is no longer in the opportunity stage. I now come back over to where the file name is, hit edit, and switch to active because I am now actively working with that client. You do not need to add a checklist for active because you are not writing a contract. You're just now actively looking at homes with them. So all you have to do is hit confirm. And that now moves that person up in your pipeline. And that is how you split and merge documents inside of back office. I hope this is helpful to everybody as we continue to do these moving forward.